really disturbing footage of Bieber, Odell Beckham, and Trey Songz.
Yes.
Like, and Trey's like literally sitting there playing Lookout.
Playing Lookout as Justin Bieber goes down on Odell.
The boy came up with his mouth wet.
Mouth wet.
What?
Dribbling.
50 Cent just confirmed that Diddy was sexually abusing Justin Bieber and Usher. And you are not going to believe what he has to say about it.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters and
50 Cent has always had a beef with P. Diddy ever since he realized that Diddy was a shady character. In a recent interview on the Enthusiast podcast with Lincoln Salazar, 50 mentioned how he never went to any of Diddy's parties because he and every other industry elite knew what was happening there.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know
He did it.
you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
Jaguar Wright has also spoken out about the entire experience and how she firsthand saw men screaming and running away from Diddy.
And how she firsthand saw men screaming and running away from Diddy.
They're both bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house fucking screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills. Bashir Gray. Left that house fucking screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick, he needed a dog.
This lines up exactly with what some of Diddy's victims have said over the years. Because of Diddy's connections, even industry giants like Usher and Justin Bieber were scared of speaking out about the abuse that was happening with them. Usher, for example, never said that Diddy sexually abused him, but when asked about his experience, Usher mentioned that he saw things that no kid should have seen.
Moved to New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
So nobody
it was crazy.
tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say
that. Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
During a 2004 interview with Rolling Stone magazine, Usher also brought up how Diddy introduced him to sex at the age of 13, and what he showed Usher was wild. Puff introduced me to a totally different set of sex. There was always girls around. You'd open a door and see somebody doing it, or several people in a room having an orgy. You never knew what was going to happen. Believe it or not, despite Usher going through so much and outright telling people that he would never send his own son to Diddy, Usher was the one who sent Justin Bieber to Puffy's Flavor Camp. According to Jaguar Wright, Usher was the one who discovered Justin Bieber, began managing him, and then handed him over to Diddy.
Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler.
Happy birthday, Justin! Happy birthday!
Welcome to the family, John.
Diddy was a huge name in the industry, and everyone knew that unless Diddy approved of them, they weren't going to have a career. J.Lo, Jay-Z, Will Smith, and even Leonardo DiCaprio, Hollywood's biggest stars, all supported Diddy.
2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaires lunch. Yeah. You understand? Right. And we here together, and we're going to keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence.
And I'm sure that's probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
yes,
right?
Without a doubt, you are invited.
That is so generous of you. Cheers to that.
See you at the White Party.
Shockingly, Diddy wasn't even afraid of getting caught and openly spoke about how what was happening at his parties was illegal and that it was possible he could get arrested someday.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You gonna hear about my party. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. It ain't nothing but break it down racial barriers, break it down generation barriers. People from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z, Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on. You know, it's just like people from all walks of life connecting and getting together. Yeah.
Your parties are the hottest ticket in town. People dying to get into your party. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's cool. You know, it doesn't make me feel any way special. It doesn't make me feel like a bigger person. It just makes me feel like I know how to throw a party.
Interestingly, one of the reasons why Diddy was so confident might have to do with what he has on other celebrities. Back in 1999, Diddy and J.Lo were the main suspects in a shooting incident that resulted in the death of one person. J.Lo was never charged with anything, but according to Jaguar Wright, there's solid evidence that J.Lo was involved in the shooting, and Diddy helped her escape. It's possible that this is the reason J.Lo hasn't said anything about the situation, despite being seriously involved with Diddy for almost 3 years.
Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. She had gunshot residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot at that club. For all we know, that bullet came from the gun that was in her hand. And not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman. Not once has she donated to her family or for her medical bills that she's still paying, or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like J-Lo has said nothing. Nothing. You really thought that just running off and marrying Ben Affleck was gonna take you out of the Diddy downfall? But it saved her the first time though, didn't it? Because as soon as that club was over and as soon as they finished interrogating her, when she sat there and cried like a baby, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Benny Medina put her with that drunk white boy until she ran him off. Like, there are people sitting here screaming out at the toll that the atrocities that Sean Combs has done to their lives, and you're trying to avoid your part in the story or the fact that you never spoke up. You know, you want to tell people on the low and put it out there that the movie Was Enough was about you getting away from Puffy, but you didn't think about the trail of girls that you left behind. What happens to Cassie if J-Lo had said something to Diddler back then? Would Cassie have ever been a victim? Answer me that. Because that situation happened in the late 90s. That situation happened before Aaliyah passed away, and Aaliyah passed away in 2001. He didn't get with Cassie until 2009, 15 years after he was with Jennifer. If she had to come forward about the abuse that she suffered in a relationship with Sean Combs, Cassie would never have gone through what she's gone through. J-Lo being a stand is Cassie not getting punted in a fucking hallway.
Allegedly, J.Lo was even involved in orgies during her time with Diddy, and her PR team is trying to minimize damage by staying away from the entire Diddy drama.
Hey, speaking of
This
love,
is love.
I saw a guy on the internet the other day who said he used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were gonna beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Well, this show has gotten crazier since the last time I No,
it's all about love, though. That's not true.
You really heard that? Nah.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. Where did this?
Unlike other celebrities who were scared of speaking out because of what Diddy might have on them, 50 Cent never backed down and always spoke out about how he knew Diddy was gay because of his behavior around men.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like we need to party. What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff. When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of no, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
After Diddy's indictment, 50 Cent even tweeted about the situation, saying, "Here I am keeping good company with at Drew Barrymore TV, and I don't have 1,000 bottles of lube at the house." He also posted a tweet with a picture of Diddy getting arrested with the caption, "Now it's not Diddy doing it, it's Diddy done." They don't come like that unless they got a case. 50 claims that it's not even a matter of if Diddy did it. He and every Hollywood elite know that Diddy getting caught isn't a matter of if, but now it's a matter of when. Diddy has already been confessing to his crimes since 2002. Why is Diddy so confident that he won't get caught? Well, according to Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Diddy has recordings of all of his victims and is using them to pressure everyone to stay quiet. According to Candace Owens, Diddy has connections to some of the biggest names in the country, including Obama and Donald Trump, and Diddy believes that his connections can save him. Diddy is a protected asset like Jeffrey Epstein was before him. He's an agent working for a criminal government enterprise. Jeffrey Epstein always had this smirk on his face. Diddy has the same air of pretension about him. Just 30 minutes before he got arrested, Diddy was laughing on the side of the road. The most shocking part of the entire situation, however, has to be that allegedly Diddy was grooming his own stepson. In an interview on Art of Dialogue, Freddie P reacted to the allegations against Diddy and said that he saw Diddy engaging in suspicious behavior with his stepson.
Like, why were you so infatuated with a child that wasn't yours? Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age. because he's not yours. And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why? You make sure he's separated with him and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets. He got one of them secrets that he can't tell nobody because his legacy, I mean, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother don't gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God and Puffy.
About Quincy, right?
I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, I don't know.
I'll be sure, son.
All I'm gonna say is, who's infatuated with another man's son like that? Like you, that seemed like grooming to me. I got, oh, that's his daughter's brothers. Get the fuck out of here, huh? Plenty of daughters got brothers. Go show one man that do it. That ain't in the household with him. Like I'm saying, like I'm not married to your mother. If I'm married to your mother, then yeah, fuck your daddy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't there, I'm here. But I'm not married to your mother. You actually my stepson. I keep you with me. I treat you like what for? I want to know what Justin Bieber, I want to know. Justin Bieber, look at his life change. His man life, that man is terrified of Puffy. I seen the video, I'm in the streets, dog. People know, you know fear, dog.
What do you think will happen now that Diddy has been arrested? Will Justin Bieber testify against him, or will Diddy be allowed to get away once again? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.